Alright, let's see how we're doing. Time to get out of the pod. There we go. We got the game. Alright, let's get out of the pod. Let's check our inventory. We are good to go. Oh, wait. Yeah, we got water. Alright, we're good to go. Gotta build a shuttle. It's dark out. And is the shipyard in use? No, it isn't. Okay. So, small grid or large grid? Here's the problem. And this is what I want to do. I want to build something with a door and a couple seats. So, can we do that in small grid? Is there a small grid door? Number 7. Oh, yes, there is. Says there is. Well, let's give it a shot. So here's our small grid. So we're going to come off of here with some armor. We're going to go get some armor. We need lights on these things. Tell us these things aren't turned on. Yeah, let's just grab. We need some interior plates. How are we doing on motors? We're not doing good on motors. Let's queue some stuff up into production. Let's queue up 1,000 of this. 5,000 of this. Let's queue up 100 of those and 1,000 of that. Okay, December 2. What the? Steam just crashed. Let's restart Steam, see what the hell's going on. Let's see where the hell it left us. I hope this isn't another hiccup, because that would suck. We do not need another day hiccups. hell does any of this have to do with a grinder pit? Is the damn question. So alright, so we're gonna have to fix this. We're gonna have to fix it in post. But they never get to post-production, do they? Nope. They never do. Are the lights on? Yeah, they are. Okay. We got a door, you come in. It's just above the ground. Now you're in here. We need... Well, I'm not going to do the cockpit in 3 chairs because that's a little cheesy. I'd like to do the chairs. Don't we have chairs? Like a control chair? Or a seat? We have these things. Control seats. Isn't that what this is? What is? Let's see if the buggy cockpit is in here. Control seat, rubber cockpit. Buggy, yeah it is. Passenger, control seat. That didn't go where I wanted it to. Seat. Oh, okay. Well, that answers that. The regular just sitting down. There you go, passenger seat. Yeah, that was exactly what I meant to do. Friggin' jetpack. You knew what I wanted. come in. Okay. So here's our shuttle. Now, we need some armor and some windows. Touch your toes check. I can do that. Water check. Time for water and touch your toes. And a posture check. Remember to sit up straight. Holy cow. I'll get hit all this shit all at once. Laying down the line. Where's to take a shot at tequila check? All three at once. Okay. Let's get the framing done before we weld this thing up. So we'll get some nice windows in here. And maybe this won't be a freaking cube box of death. Waiting to plummet to the ground. What is number 7? Barred windows. No small grid versions. Let's try number 1s. Viewport, so small grid versions of that? No, we don't. So now we're back to these things, for which we need girders. Let's grab some girders. Okay. We got some steel. We have no interior plates. We gotta go build another comm span real quick. Oh no, we got 5 and 6. Comms cancel F. Yeah, we got 6. We're good. Okay. That's too high. We can do this. Which way's the window? It's on the outside. Let's go. Window here. Run this to a pillar. Window here. Run this to a pillar. Put stuff back here. Where's the front? That's the front. There we go. One back. Come back one. There we go. Went the wrong way.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
hell, man? Pay attention. Okay. 2x3. Go outside. It's not going to be dark on my side. You know what? We're going to do it on the inside. And figure it out. 6. Alright, what do we got here? Alright. We want it on this side. And we want this one on this side. One back. So it should be. It is 2 from the back. Okay, so now we can. 1, 2. 1 and 2. Okay. So we got a little bit of window framing.
Energy low.
Alright, let's recharge our suit. Oh. We're going to do that front window at a tilt. Just to increase that good old visibility up here. So let's see if we can get any slopes. Nope. How about here? Nope. How about here? We got a slope. Alright, what does that get us? Like this. Where? Oh, there it is. We have to figure out how to grab that thing. Did we make it all the way over? Yeah. Okay. So now, over here, we need 1x2 left side. That's this. That gets us to here. I have to fix this. And if we cut this off, is the whole thing gonna break? We don't know, so let's get the bottom of this window fixed first. What happens if we connect to it that way? Come on. Let me grab the block. Where the hell is it? There it is. Okay. Missing two down here. And this one. Okay. Then we'll come down here with this thing. And we'll fix it. That should touch. Okay. Let's get this closed up. We need some bulletproof glass. And let's see what we got too much of. Let's get rid of 50 of these. Let's get some glass. Bulletproof. This stuff. And now let's take this off. And look at that, it doesn't collapse. Alright, now here comes the hard part. So we need the face. Somewhere here, this one by two side, right? Alright. Not really. Not really jumping into looking either of those.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Is that Captain Crowbar? Excuse me. Hold on a second.
Sure.
Stimulus, my credit card's been chosen. This can't possibly be a scam. So how was your day?
So far, so far. It's going good, I gotta say.
Yeah. I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you. I believe you were reporting to get an overhead on your credit card, right?
So your parents called me to tell you that they're ashamed at what you do for a living. He hung up. I'm trying to give them an important message. A message I would hope they would heed. But, you know. So, did you find any good bargains out there today?
Well, we had a nice walk. I parked where I thought was the right place, and it was a little bit short of the mark, so we had a little longer walk. So we went up to the place, and they had a sign on the door said only 3 customers at a time. So my wife went in, and I said, you know what, honey, I'll walk back and I'll get the car and see if I can find a closer parking spot. Well, I
And
come
then you
up
sat
and
in the car for an hour and listened to
no,
NPR, and you ditched her in the store.
no. Actually, what happened was I came around the corner because there were a few parking spots right out in front before I left, and she had just come out of the door of the store and was like, "Hey!" and just put the bag in the back, hopped in the front, and off we went.
Well,
I
dang.
didn't get to go in to see what it was like, but that's okay. I get there some other time.
I can summarize it for you. I've never been there. So there's a merchant that sells stuff. They sell it for money, and then you take your stuff, and the merchant goes, "Get the hell out now."
That's pretty much how it all works. Yeah, you're right.
Captured the gist of the experience.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much did, yeah.
Well, did she have a good time?
Yeah, she got what she was looking for, and they had the stuff she wanted, so,
And her knight in shining armor was out there waiting with the chariot?
yep, he was. That's me. Usually it doesn't work out that way. Usually you pull up and it's like, okay, now it'll be another hour, like you were saying, but it was just perfect timing today.
Oh, that's cool.
And traffic was on the way down there. It was just sailing. On the way back, it was a little bit of a snarl. Are you familiar with the Kennedy Ohio Street?
No, I am familiar with flying into O'Hare and then taking going to a hotel and then having car service take me the rest of the way.
Okay.
Because you know what? That's a lot safer.
Yeah, I'll bet it is. But it's there's this one area where there's a major feeder ramp that comes. Ohio Street actually ends, and all of the traffic is directed onto the Kennedy Expressway. So there's this ramp that comes around that's 2 lanes wide, and it feeds into this 4-lane highway, and then about half a block further on down beyond the end of the ramp, both merging lanes end. So there's literally 6 lanes of traffic that's merged down to 4 lanes right in this area. So it's usually a snarl there unless you come through it like, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But it was a snarl today, and plus it's a perpetual road construction zone too. Ah well.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. We're home. We're safe. We got what we wanted. Breakfast was nice too.
We survived the vast wilderness known as retail shopping.
Yep.
The wasteland. Well, that's good. We're having a date night tonight to watch a movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Coming to America.
What have you got? Oh, okay. Now that one's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, because it ain't in the theaters. You gotta buy it.
Well,
Yep.
you don't. If you have Netflix, you already got it.
No, I think you have to buy it.
Extra for it. Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you gotta buy it. I think it's out on like Amazon and something.
Okay.
Oh no, Coming to America 2. The new one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one we're gonna be watching. So I'm working on a shuttle. That's my thing today.
Okay.
So you more than welcome to come out here and make some
I'm
comments.
I'm coming over right now. Wow.
See, I designed the most important thing first.
The seating.
The door. Because the door determines the compartment size.
Mm.
Now, I could make the compartment one smaller, but then, you know, the problem is there's only one aisle here in between these chairs. It looks like, but that's the way the chairs are. But there's only this one center aisle. The rest of these are the blocks. So graphically, so, I mean, you can picture this as a shuttle, right?
Yeah.
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 The pilot's over here, says, where do you want to go? The co-pilot over here goes, because I can't make a Chewbacca impersonation. And then you sit here and go, dude, did you just rip off the goddamn Millennium Falcon with a shitty And I'm like, so, yeah, my thought is get this roof enclosed somehow. And it's convenient that you showed up, because my understanding is that you're an expert glazier. And
It looks like you've got all of the glass in already, though.
no, I don't have it all in. And part of the thing is I want to have this highly visible cockpit. So I've got like a pillar wall here on each piece to hold the glass, because I don't want to deal with the nonsense of the whole thing falling off with a simple bump. And then if you're back here in the passenger seat, you've got, you know, as far as you can turn your head, like I can still see you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a full range of motion back there.
Okay.
And it lets in ample light all the way around. So if you want to lend a hand on this, because the easier part is going to be, you know, once this area is done, I have to put in, you know, the computer, beacon, antenna, all that stuff to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
And then I figured I'd run that across the ceiling, and then sort of like a, again, because this is supposed to be, you know, a shuttle, I'd put the engines and pods on each side.
What the heck is going on there? Let's see.
Ooh, 31 kilometers strong unknown signal. 58 seconds. Ain't gonna make it. I can guarantee it.
Oh, okay.
But with plenty of room in the ceiling for electronics.
Need a girders. Okay. Girders. Give me some girders.
I queued up a bunch of stuff earlier.
The dogs attacking one another out there? I mean, I've seen the wolves kill one another out there.
Really?
Yeah, you stand here and they go after one another, and you hear one of them go yeep, you know. And
That is interesting. So unless there's room, I see no need for a for a skylight. But I mean, I also have no problem with bringing this cockpit windows coming all the way back for, you know, if it'll look cool. The problem is, you know, like I look at this thing and I think, cool, limo, shuttle taxi, various other words, you know? But my concern is, like, do I look at this and go, 1970s? You know, because that's obviously not, like, if we connect these pieces up, like, I don't know how to do that. I have to figure it out. But that's a hugely visible little space there. And the problem becomes the walls. Because walling this in is a little difficult. And again, am I on the left side or the right side? I would think I'm on the left side. If I'm messing you up, tell me.
No, no, you're fine.
Do you get the gist of what I'm trying to do?
I think so.
You're like, you're trying to make a ride at Disneyland. I mean, like, I hope not, but, you know. Can I not get back inside now? Oh, I'm stuck. That's funny. I'm literally like in some weird space here. I don't know where that went at all. So I played a game of chess this morning. The gentleman I was playing against was forced into a repetitive draw. Early on, the chess analysis screen, when it rated my game, rated my first move as seriously, and my second move as what the fuck, dude. I mean, it gave me this horrible just analysis thing, like total blunder or like whatever. It was not polite. Let's just put it that way. And I know it because I made the move, and I was like, yeah, so I'm planning over here for this and that, and this is what I'm thinking of. And then like 2 seconds later, I'm like, I did not see that shit over there. I was like, well, that's my own fault.
Where did that come from? When did you do that?
Yeah, when did you invent a queen? He's cheating. He's making up pieces. Why does the opposite side have the same as me? Water check. Grab a drink. Take some water. Don't go dehydrated. Posture check. Remember to sit up straight.
This is shown. Okay, something's wrong here because I got this window completed to 100%. Still got the framework on it.
I know, I've had that happen too.
It's
It's
like
weird.
the games have taken it's sweet time catching up.
I guess that is one way to describe it. I've had it on these side pieces that do that for me.
Oh, there's a frame laying down here. I get it.
Yeah, did you get it? When I said that, I don't know where that went.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I got it. I found it.
Oh, I thought you get it as in you get it like in. Oh, that's what
Oh,
you were talking about.
no, I found it, and it's ground down to nothing. Hmm.
Welcome to our shuttle. If you look at the front, you can see that we stole the piece of it from a skyscraper built in the 1970s in Dallas. It seems like an excessive amount of lights, of glass, but... Unknown signal, 2 kilometers. You want it?
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Alright, I'll stay here and do stupid stuff. I'm good at it. I've got lots of experience. So anyway, the opponent that I was going against, it was at that point that I was like, whoa, I've lost this. But of course, let's just grind them down piece by piece. And like, they made some moves that made me think, okay, they must have played this game before. Or they have, you know, and you look at their stats and it's like, yeah, they're not that, like, they know enough to play the game. And I have to wonder if they sat there at one point and were like, oh, look at this idiot, I'm going to beat him. And I dragged them all the way out for another 25 minutes. And got a repetitive draw because there just wasn't a winning move. But like I was sitting there, they had 2 rooks, and I had... Do you play chess? I should have asked you that first.
No, I do not.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
we've talked a little bit about it before.
They had 2 thingies, and I had 1 thingy and a different thingy. And the problem is with the 2 thingies, you can force people... You walk them down the line, like you place your rook or your castle so that they can't come across a certain line. And then you take another one and you put it on the next line over. And that forces their king to have to retreat row by row. Well, the thing is, I only had 1 rook, but I had a knight, I had a bishop. And the bishop going diagonal means cells on a certain row. They're defenseless and you just take it out. And then it's like, yeah, this game ain't going nowhere. Plus, I was pawn up on him. And while he was playing around, I promoted a pawn to a queen. And then it was like, there was just no... There was no way for them to they would have had to play stupid. And they made it that far, and there were so few pieces and so little moves on the map that, it was just, they should have called it as a draw themselves, but, I wasn't going to.
Got a leopard suit.
Ooh.
The thing was sitting up on a very steep hillside, and as soon as I touched it with the grinder, it was stopped. But then as soon as I touched it, it started rolling downhill, and it just rolled off to its destruction down the hill. So all I got was some parts out of it. I didn't get anything else other than the button push.
Okay, so we need a programmable block, a remote control, and a couple of cameras. And the other thing we're going to have to do here is, I'm sorry, I'm talking to the plural me, my apologies, is measure the height of a landing gear and the connector on the sides so that it's an easy step to get up into the door. Like it comes in like a low rider, just because there's no boarding ramps in this game unless you make one. That's something that Empyrion has. If you ever play with somebody who's played Empyrion, they'll be like, "Where's the boarding ramp?" Like in the other game.
In that other game you were playing, it isn't over here. Okay. You know, it's just so much easier to move to the next container than to scroll through and try and find these goofy ones that are in the inside here in the in the kitchen. It's like because you scroll down 347 things before you finally get to what you're looking for.
I didn't think there was that much stuff in the cafeteria. I thought we cleaned it out a little bit.
No, no, no. I mean, it's in the inventory in the game for the base.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like, okay, I'm standing at the food resequencer, and
Yes.
when you enter that one, it's the first thing on the list.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to go to the water processor, you have to scroll down through about 80 different items before it finally comes up.
Can I show you something on Discord?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me come up, Aaron. I'll show you something. Tell me if this is what you're trying to do. All right, I'm up here in the food resequencer. I'm going to share my stream on Discord. Let me know when you're looking.
I'm looking.
Okay, so I open this up, and I want to see the food protein resequencer in water. Is that what you want?
Because I just scroll down in the right-hand list. If you go over there and scroll down, look at how far you got to go before that comes up, though.
Yeah, but that's why, like, you see this, like, I'll give you an example, like this right here. If we change the name of this to, if we put DNSK at the end of it, just, because I mean, you don't have to put it in the front to sort by it. But if you come over here and you go, okay, I'm here, now I want this stuff over here, you can move back and forth across the two sides.
Yeah.
Like, does that help?
Yeah, it does.
I guess, and that's sort of the thing. I mean, like, the search bar is there.
Yeah.
But
I know, and I've used it before for like finding steel tubes, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, because I mean, with all of the stuff that we've added on the base, it's all just, holy cow, look at all of this stuff that I'm rolling through. So I'll
Well, do you see these 4 beds?
Yeah.
Okay, so show block and toolbar off, inventory, terminal. So now, if you come over here to inventory, there are no beds that will ever show up again. So if you're looking at stuff on this list, and you're going, okay, well, this shouldn't be in this list, like these lockers. Like, we should never, like, we're using the lockers for decorations. So you take them out of the inventory screen, and you make this list the stuff you want. Like, you can edit the list to make it better for you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why, like, I labeled these cans comps, large cargo container 1, 2, 3, 4, so that if I'm looking for something, I don't really care what it is, I just put in comps. Because as I'm looking, I find that, like, you know, stuff has been manufactured in a couple different cans, so I can do, you know, some shuffling.
Yeah, you can manually arrange the stuff so that all of the motors are in one can, or all of the motors that are in the same can it be in one stack instead of having 6 different stacks of motors.
Yeah, like, this is how I'm being made aware that the sorters comp storage, that's actually what's being produced. So it's like over here is the assemblers. This thing is grabbing it and throwing it into storage.
Right.
When the sorters are done working, those will be empty. But like I just do it else
Yeah.
because I mean it would almost be better to have a can for one item. You know?
Yeah. If you got a whole grunch load of that one item, sure. Like plates. I mean, for a while there, we have a whole can full of plates. Or it was getting pretty close, or that was all that was in there. I don't know if the can was full, but
Yeah, but like a lot of these rows are duplicates, so they're taken. Like this can's full. This can's full. You know. So it's pretty if you could.
yeah, if you got two stacks that are exactly the same thing, you can at least pile them up on top of one another, because it'll always do that.
Yeah. But see, you have to literally say, I have a couple minutes of idle time here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then it's just like it's organizing. It's organizing for fun. You know, let's play that incredibly popular trivia game. Let's organize shit. And then you sit there and go, I used to play this game as a kid with my older brothers. It's called 52 card pickup. You know, it's
Right.
not that fun of a game, depending upon which side of the
All right.
the
Thank
deck
you
of-
for the tips. That helps a lot.
Yeah. See, now I'm sitting here. I'm
Yeah,
stuck.
now you're arranging. Oh, yeah.
I'm stuck here. I can't get out. It's how they drag you in.
They keep dragging you back in. So what was the argument with the Etch-a-Sketch thing? Scotty was saying it's spelled one way and somebody was different?
So, my wife was doing her game streaming,
Mm-hmm.
and some topic of conversation came up that brought us to, you know, Etch-a-Sketch.
Okay.
Well, it brought us to Buddy the Elf.
You mean Liam the Leprechaun?
Well, we got there because, oh, I know why. Because it's St. Patrick's Day, and one of the characters on her island gave her a St. Patrick's Day sweater.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a St. Patrick's Day flannel and a St. Patrick's Day cardigan. Did you catch that unknown signal?
Yeah, I did. Like I said, I got the leopard suit, and
Did you
then
grind it down?
thing took off down the hill. I ground up what was left of it after it crashed at the bottom.
Oh, okay, because I still show one.
Oh, do you? That must be a different one.
Yeah, because they take their, once you hit the button, they disappear.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go try and grab it real quick.
All right.
So she had this St. Patrick's Day thing, and she handed it to somebody, and they walked away with it, and she's like, they look like an elf. And then that's what got us on, you know. Okay, this thing is stuck under a tree. I got meat, stuff, carrots, and coffee. See if I can hit the button before it explodes. Where is the button? So the question was, how is Etch-a-Sketch spelled? And it's, how do you spell it? I'm looking up Etch-a-Sketch. How do you spell it? Big money, big money, big money. Rainbow helmet. Okay, how do you spell it?
ETCH-A-SKETCH.
Yeah, there's no dash.
Oh, there's no dashes. Okay.
No. So that led us to the Ohio Art website. And then it led us to Toy Story to go look at the character Sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Because You know, what does sketch look like? Maybe sketch. Oh, I chopped down a tree. It's rolling down the hill. That's a shame.
The tree is rolling down the hill?
Yeah, the tree actually rolled down a little bit before it disappeared. Yeah. So, yeah, how does... And then Sketch, the character from Toy Story, how does he spell his name? And it's spelled exactly the same as, you know, Ohio Art Register trademark symbol. Etch a sketch in cursive. It's actually called Magic Etch a Sketch Screen. Because Magic Screen is behind Etch a Sketch in a different font. So depending upon how you read the text, it's Magic Sketch because the magic comes first, or Etch a Sketch because that's the big word and Magic Screen is behind it as a descriptive or demonstrative in some way. I mean, obviously it's Etch a Sketch, we know, but it's, I've never actually taken the time. Oh, I found some iron. Very near the base, an iron deposit. Do we need iron?
Oh, yeah. Well, we're always need iron.
Or do we just send the drill through the rig? Where is it? It was right around here. Must not be a very big deposit. It's about 30 meters down. Which raised the question. So, the other comment was about the Statue of Liberty on the Etch-a-Sketch. And her argument was that the Etch-a-Sketch wasn't a Statue of Liberty, it was the Mona Lisa. So, what was the thing that Buddy created with the Etch-a-Sketch? Do you remember?
Wasn't it the Eiffel Tower?
So, he actually made several things.
Okay.
But so this led to this question. How many Etch-a-Sketches did Buddy the Elf make?
No idea.
So Buddy the Elf made 85 Etch-a-Sketches, which caused Ming Ming, the elf with the scroll, to open up this scroll that was written in perfect calligraphy where it said daily quota 1,000 Etch-a-Sketches. And he goes, well, that means you're only 915 behind quota, buddy.
Okay.
So you add the two together and you look at the scroll and you go, oh, his quota was 1,000. And he was only at 8% of his quota for the day. Not doing a good job. So then I got yelled at because that was not at all what we were talking about. I said, well, I asked you how many did Buddy make? And I got called various names for that by the love of my life. Go figure. Just, you know, what a woman. Holy cow. But it was a long progression of, you know, her yelling that. Oh, wait, what am I doing? The armory's connected. Let's see, armory. Tool crib and armory. You making something?
I'm making a mess over here, but I'm trying to get this thing. Got too much water in the system right now. You know,
Well, the water's going everywhere. Definitely. I mean, it's kind of the time to shut the water thing off.
well, I'm not processing any more water. I brought a couple of loads of ice up and dumped it in there, and I was a little overzealous because I've got over 1,000 liters of water in my inventory right now. Can you throw a can up though? Thank you.
Yep. Go get the rest of the parts. So what do you want in this thing? Water? Food?
In that can?
Yeah, or just label it refrigerator 2.
Yeah, that refrigerator 2 would be great. And then if you could stick the DNSK tag at the end of it.
I did that.
Thank you. All right, let me see. We have room now. Yes, we do.
So it was a very long, convoluted process that eventually resulted in her sitting there screaming, "Will you just say I'm right?" And I'm like, clearly a blind guy saw something wrong on the screen, and you want a trophy for having better vision than a blind guy. If you want that kind of trophy, you go right at it, but I'm just telling you, I'm not wrong. You know, apparently there was a whole bunch of etch-a-sketches in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And she just wanted some sort of childish, "Oh yeah, you're right." Like, whatever. Go away now. Just not, you know. I mean, I could have just said it, but I mean, technically, you know, I wasn't wrong, or in any way wrong. I was willing to admit, because I also found out that apparently Buddy didn't draw the Mona Lisa. You know, Matt Damon's not on the moon, right? On Mars, right? And I'm like, who the hell? What, Matt Damon on the Mars? What are you talking about? She's like the movie you had on every night going to bed. I'm like, I leave it on for the music. It's you know, it's got an interesting sort of just, you know, it's a boring movie. You can fall asleep to it. You know, I'm not paying attention to who the actors are in this movie. You know, and she's like, how do you not know it's Matt Damon? I'm like, because I don't. You know, I don't.
Because I don't want to. Don't care to.
Yeah, I don't care to. It's not a thing I ever bother with. Like, are you new here? But that's the reason to stream that stuff. So, you know, the 8 people listening to it can sit there and go, look, other crazies besides us.
Yes, indeed.
So here's the problem I have with this creation I'm currently making here.
Okay.
It's going to look shitty. And that's kind of a shame. And I really find myself at a loss sometimes for how to... I mean, I've literally just made myself a box here. You know, the front might look cool with its retro, you know, windows. Let me at least close this thing in so I can... Because it's easy to take a block out and change it around.
You know what? Could you come and touch your welder to these 2 windows on the sides at the front that are still gridded? I got them at 100%, and they are not. Did they actually pop in when you?
There's one over here that is still gridded. this is some fluky thing that we gotta... How about now? Did it clear up now?
I'm in the cockpit getting my hydrogen refilled. I'll be right there.
I hit them both with the admin tool, and they both finished. But let's see if they're finished for you.
No, this one on this end is still on the
Oh, I
left.
hadn't even looked at that one.
The one on the left side is fine. It's showing at 100%. Oh, it's in backwards too. So let me put the right one in there, because it looks dark to you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I got it in backwards.
Careful. Careful! Oh, and then the whole ship fell apart.
Is the window gone now?
No, you took out the one next to it.
Oh, gee.
There you go.
So now I get to replace two. Woohoo!
For the price of one.
Mm-hmm. By one slope. Okay.
Yeah, I have a whole button bar full of windows. Like the 1x1 and the 1x1 faces and the 1x2s.
You know, I need to go get my hydrogen tank refilled. This runs me off the...
There's wolves. I wonder if I could shoot a wolf through this open window.
Could give it a try.
Are you kidding? This whole thing will explode out here on the pad. I will be so mad at myself for like, oh, you had to do that stupid trick, Annie Oakley, huh? Oh, get the hell out of there.
Energy low.
Energy's low. If only I had a place to sit down. Yeah, I think these two seats are an example of the problem. Today is oh, touch your toes check. Can you touch your toes?
I think so.
Well, now's the time to stand up and actually do it. That's part of this. The stream thing is reminders of when you're supposed to do things like touch your toes, check your posture, and water check. I thought it was humorous to put on here. And my wife's not as humored by it when she's sitting there on the couch doing her stream all cuddled up, and there's two dogs around her. And then I'm sitting there going, let's go, touch your toes. And she's like, how do you want me to move?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, see, this looks cool when it's just glass, but when the stuff at the top comes back, it falls apart. So I gotta go to the other block.
By one slope.
This one. Platinum welder for the win.
There.
Yeah, are you noticing any difference with your super welder now? After all that time starving with that plebeian basic welder.
Hello, hello. Hey,
Hey, it's
sorry,
Factorio.
Factorio, how are ya?
stressed out, but hopefully in 45 minutes it'll go away. But,
In the next 40 minutes.
Percocet kicks in?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking, micro-dosing, heroin's better than having a heart attack or a stroke.
These young men and their struggles in life.
Young, you say.
All right.
So do you want a solid roof or do you want windows up there?
Well, there's no one back here, but there's no reason not to put windows. That'll make it easier to be lazy. And I think at this level. Okay, so here's the thing before we finish off. Here's what I was thinking. If we come out here, we got to build the rest of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And this is literally supposed to be a shuttle.
Right.
So let me bring the other shuttle over real quick. God damn you, other shuttle. I'm not touching that thing for nothing. All right,
You want me
let's...
to get it?
No, I don't want to take it off of its route.
Oh.
And touch it and take a chance that it'll get all...
Messed up.
Yeah, I lost my route or anything like that.
Okay.
So let me do this. Is this the shuttle? Atlas, Helios, Loxia. Here it is. This is the... Let me see if this is the shuttle. I just want to get some size comparisons. Okay, you ready? Alright. I think the other shuttle's bigger. Or it's the same shuttle, I don't know which. There's so many of these.
I think that's the right one.
Okay, so...
Does that one have hydrogen engines on it too?
No, this is Atmos only, I think.
And then the other one's got Atmos and
Hydrogen, yeah. Okay. And you see how the landing gears and the thing are down here at ground level?
Mm-hmm.
Like if we could just bolt something like this somewhere back here. But now we have a back door, which means like we'd have to put like a walkway across here with another door, or leave this way opening. Like leave this path open. So you step down to the left or right. And then we put the engines back here. Like... And then literally if we just put... Like if we cut all this garbage off... up here and just bolt something like the back of this onto that. You know, like as a piece on the back. It's kind of what I'm thinking. How bad do you think it'll look?
Well, it'll look like a bulldog. But that's not a bad thing. No.
Well, again, we can always come back around and get rid of the...
Oh, let me take a quick look there.
Because the engines on this thing are tight. They are just...
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Yeah, this one's got no hydrogen thrusters whatsoever. Okay, yeah.
Well, we don't need the hydrogen, do we?
No, it helped on that load where we had all of those steel plates on there. Because it wasn't flying with just the atmospherics that we had. We got to finish this one window, last window up here.
Yeah. Oh, if you're doing flats, you could do the bigger windows.
Yeah, we could, I suppose.
There's,
A 2x2 or a
2x3s. There's a, let's see, what's the largest size window for small grid? There's a 3x3. That doesn't really buy us anything because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 7 across.
I think it looks fine with the smaller windows, don't you? Or
Do you?
want...
I don't know. It matches the front.
Yep. Oh boy, boom, off I went.
Yeah. This is a working area.
Damn that Z button.
I don't know. What are you thinking? I'm game for anything. Here's the part that I wanted to get done. I wanted 4 seats.
Okay.
That's... I mean, literally, I just came here to the shipyard with the equivalent of a soccer mom and an ashtray requirement.
That's an interesting.
I mean, really, did I come here with any other requirement than that? Look, I just need chairs for 6 kids, some soccer balls, and 10 ashtrays. 10 ashtrays. Lady, how much are you smoking? Did you not just hear me tell you about the 6 kids? Smoking a lot.
Uh-huh. Yep.
All right. Be right back. Let me go grab this signal. You know what we could do is we could put we could come off the back as a spine that's on top and then hang all the engines down. I don't know, you built more ships over there. Do you have a design nom de plume that people look at and go, that's a crowbar design?
No, I've copied more people's ships.
The other reason I'm kind of leaning towards this, you know, upward spine thing is because it's attached back here to this stuff. Oh, damn it.
those windows take up the entire block space, so you can't add anything else on there.
Oh, no, I meant this connector back here.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's the reason to hang it off the back. Because we can't come straight down anyway. Because we could put all the...
The thrust vectors on there.
Yeah. Well, the smaller ones. But then what we could do is put the large Atmos on the sides for lift.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like where that one had like that T-arm that came across. I hear a kitty cat.
Did you happen to restart the auto miner this morning?
No, I did not. Should I have?
Just curious if you did. I'll go do that. Continue job.
Well, the quarry one or the horizontal one?
The horizontal one.
No, you could start the quarry one too. I don't. Did we stop? Did we even stop that one?
It's sitting over here on the control on the flight deck, so I don't think it's.
Yeah, I meant to do that. just. Oh, good lord. I just wanted the pieces to line up. Dropped all this stuff on the ground. Do we think this thing needs more than two large thrusters up?
I think you'll be okay with 2. Because we're not going to be hauling. Are you not going to put a cargo container on there anywhere?
Yeah, same as the other shuttle. No, like that. I like that. I like that disapproving.
Well, two large thrusters is equivalent to 6 small ones, roughly, in thrust capability. Okay, well, we can try it and see how it flies. I mean, if it doesn't take off when we got the container loaded up, then
Or if we
Boy.
disconnect it from the building here and it immediately plummets to its death.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay, well. Yeah, and before somebody says, oh, you're building something just like so-and-so, I probably am not, because I have no idea what the hell so-and-so is.
I'll be right back.
That looks uneven. Okay, that's 4 engines for lift. So we got up and down covered. Now we just need left, right, forward, back. You know what, I'm going to make use of this bridge here. Make a little boarding ramp on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking blowing my mind, man. Like, the cheap, shitty pair of $30 fucking earphones works for the game sound and to listen to you guys the talk. But this expensive, like $200 pair of earphones, this Jabra 75T, $150 pair of earphones, neither of them work.
Well, you got to remember, they're only getting what Windows Audio is sending to them. So
Yeah, but how come the cheap ones? The cheap $30 piece of shit ones.
you just got to go in and finish setting it up.
Hmm.
You know, change the settings in Windows Audio. Okay, can we slam all the other engines back here and still have it look cool?
Right the hell. Why are all our batteries dead?
Where?
In the battery room? Every last one of them is down to shit.
Really?
We have stored power at 24.4%.
Huh.
And it's climbing, but we had all these batteries on full green lights yesterday.
I gotta move one side of the engines back. They're not lined up right.
Okay.
Dope. That was a...
Well, what the hell is eating up all the power? Oh, you're using the sci-fi thrusters.
What? You like those?
Yeah, they're cool.
Not sure they really add much sci-fi.
No, but they're cool. They look different. I mean, it's nice to have. They're more of a tube shape than the kind of barrels that the other ones are.
Well, here's the thing. Since you like them so much, take the other one and grind that one down too.
Okay.
Because they both have to get...
Okay, so you want the other side ground off?
No. This side didn't line up with that side.
Okay.
When I built the arms to support them, I didn't match them up properly. So let me reset them. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to line them up, and then their height's going to be wrong, and I'm going to go, gee, god damn it.
Well, place the first one, and let me... it's in the wrong position. It needs to go forward. It needs to be attached to the front part of the stanchion. Oh, wait a minute. That stanchion is wider than the one on the other side.
Yes, I know.
So if you put it right in the middle, it'll be exactly lined up with the other one.
Yeah, hold on, let me fix that, because literally it's...
Yeah.
The engine can't be sitting out here just bolted onto the other one.
Didn't you want the slope blocks?
I'm doing that next there. There
Oh,
you go.
okay, okay. There it is.
Yeah, they had supports on them to...
Bam, 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 bam.
Okay, how's that?
Okay.
Those work? Alright, let's... How many blocks are there? 5?
5 for what?
On that, how many of the blocks are on that, like that arm there? Is it 5 blocks or 6?
It's 5.
Okay. All these blocks are placed sideways. Every single one of them. Like built by an idiot. Just... Okay, looking good.
Looks good from up here.
Symmetrical.
Yep.
Alright, so where does the first one go?
Okay, the rear engine goes 1 block ahead of the back part of the stanchion. Look at those dogs down there just staring at us. And then it goes up. Attaches at the bottommost point. Let's see, that looks about right, and that looks pretty good.
Okay.
Let's go back here and see if they... Yes, they are at exactly the same height.
Alright, just gotta pick up all the junk off the ground
Inventory full.
and weld them back up.
Inventory full.
And then realize there's a bunch of parts missing. I'll be right back. Because when you let it fall to the ground, like a goober,
Sometimes things disappear. Or to turn into scrap, don't they?
yeah. Alright, just need more grids. Okay. So there's upwards thrust. That should be plenty. So now we just need a couple left and right engines. Touch your toes check. Sicario, can you touch your toes? Check your posture. Make sure you're sitting in your...
It's bad. I'm always slouched over. Ah, well.
Alright, I need some steel plates. Alright, what are we doing? 3 lefts, 3 rights?
Okay.
Gonna make
Putting
this
them on
thing...
the back of the cabin, or are you going to put them on the top of beam going out.
So here's what I was thinking. I was thinking this right here. Put one on there, and then attach the others like that. This way they're...
Now what kind of thrust? Oh, those are those sci? Yeah, those are sci-fis too. Okay.
Pardon me, I'll be right back after I say ouch to the technician over in medical.
Okay. Oh,
Hey, look at that, I made it back.
gonna go with 3 forwards and 3 backs, or are you gonna go a little bit better braking than that
I was
in
thinking...
each direction?
I was actually thinking we would do this. Way more impressive if I'd not make mistakes while I'm doing it, but... Seven Boeing 7 something. I hear a lot about them on the news lately. That must be really popular. Something like that. What do you think?
It'll get it motivated. Now what are you gonna do to get it stopped?
Don't we just hit the ground? Was that 3 dogs dying at once?
It was 1 anyway.
That was a very multiple dog sound.
Hmm.
So,
They weren't your dogs, were they? They were in game, right? Not IRL.
no, never. One of them last night was down here just like obnoxiously begging for attention. The new monitor came in and I was hooking it up,
Okay.
and he was just here. Like, I was telling my wife about it this morning. He was down here. It was like, hey man, there was an argument upstairs about school and grades and Tiger Mom, and don't go up there, man. It's an ugly sight. I'm like, really? Should I go check on them? No, they're gone. Don't worry. Like, it's just me and you now. I'm like,
Hi.
wait, don't you have a sister dog that lives with us? No, not anymore. Don't worry. Okay. We don't need more than 4 backers, do we? All right, Captain Crowbar, I've done this before. If you'd like, because I have love it if you did it, I'll let you do the PAM. Because I think it's very interesting to actually have to put the parts down you need.
Okay, so I need them. Programmable block, a remote control of LED, and a sensor.
The LED you could put on the floor, or you could put it out here on the bridge wing out here. But what I'd suggest you do is go into the cockpit and decide if you can where you can see it best. You know. But it could be you put all the electronics right on the floor in front, in between the two cockpits. Ooh, like a whole bridge center console. Ooh. Or up top. Pardon me.
Okay. How many batteries we got on this? None yet.
All right, I'm looking out the window. Are we flying? It's hard to tell.
No, we're not flying. Let me just clue you in, because we got no gyroscopes, we got no batteries.
Okay,
We
apparently got no power on the base.
Well, it seems to be building back up, but I don't know why it dropped down to nothing.
I believe we have all flight vectors covered. We got a ton of up, we got forward, we got some reversers. got some baxers. And we got this cool sloping roof. Alright. Now, I could do... Do we want a bottom connector or a back connector? Three, one, small, medium. Come on, Sicario, sing it with me. I know you know the song. Sicario even still here? No. Oh, I gotta stop streaming. I was doing that for no reason. Did I tell you about the second monitor?
No.
So I got a second monitor.
Oh, you were setting it up and the dog was down just begging for attention.
Yeah. That's kind of the end of the story.
Okay.
But I got a second monitor now. So the beauty of the second monitor is I got pictures of my grandkids and they look like their grandfather. Their dude. So that's clearly the beauty of this story. But I don't know, man. This thing's looking pretty fly. You know what? We could do an aft landing gear. Back on these pylons. I'll bet you that they freaking... You know what? Who was that guy that said what? What was that phrase? Walking on stupid horseshoes? I'll bet you that this landing gear, if I could find a spot to put one. See, this is all engines, engine stuff. Engines, consoles, modules. We don't need a lot of modules. Let's get landing gears. Landing gear. I'll bet you. You betty, you betty, you bet. Alright, I'm gonna go get the parts for 2 landing gears. Where does this landing gear line up? It's gotta come down to... always forget which way is front. Is it the rod on the front or the rod on the back? That's too high to jump. Oh my god, nerd alert. Just thought of something even nerdier. The landing gears need to be... Whoa, 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 whoa.
What are you doing?
Wrong drill, pal. Wrong drill. Wrong welder. Holy cow. That was twice. I woed it twice. Didn't listen either time. No, that doesn't do it. It's missing. I love how this whole rig shapes just over a simple frickin'. Yeah, that is Alpha Shipyard stability. We shake. That's how you know it's quality. Other people do not shake. We shake. We shake twice is better. That what do you mean shake is quality? Yeah, when you want to deal with us at Alpha Shipyards, we handshake. See, and you're like that shake. That was good. Yeah, well, our ship shake too. Haven't you heard the expression ship shape? It's like, no, dude, they meant ship shape, not ship shake. 999, that is not what they meant. Come, Trey, they would fly with us again.
Huh? 9 out of 10. How many have there been? Well, so far there's only been 8, but
We don't count. What do you mean you don't count? Well, we lost count. Well, we're looking for a tug. How many crashes have those been in? Well, come over here and look at Captain Stabbin's XXV III. Wait, is that the year that it was made? 999. I'm not having a lot of confidence in what you're trying to sell me here today. How long have you people in business? Oh, we've been in business a long time, since 1917's 20s, where we used to make airships. Just, okay. Hey, by the way, you see how I trimmed down this line here? I cleaned up this edge.
okay.
See, I angled it off here, brought it back, made it a little more angular, added a sleek looking landing gear.
Nice.
Yes, I'm trying to. See. And I put the cargo and the connector on the back. See, now we're looking more, you know. What is this armor block here? It's not the right color. You know, this thing up here on the top, this says speed. I put it on the LCD panel.
Fuel low.
I gotta go recharge.
Fuel critical.
Ah, not gonna make it. That was... I bounced as you were welding something.
I didn't hear you bounce. Sorry.
No, but I heard you well as I was landing badly. It was,
Sometimes that happens.
yeah, well, I got greedy to go get the fuel. This paint is off. So what are you thinking? Are you becoming a Pam expert?
I'm working on it.
Touch your toes check. Let's see. Touch your toes. You know, touch your toes, you got to stand up. And then it says water check, which is easy to do because you're standing up. And then it says check your posture. It's like, check your posture. I'm standing up, dude. Who programmed this? Like, space these things out more. And who are these 8 to 10 people that come into these streams each day and lurk? They look around and go, oh, they're playing Space Engineers. Let's go check them out. Should I say hello? No, don't. Why not? I don't know. Just don't. Should I like them? No, that'll just encourage them. Alright, well then should I say they suck? No, because that'll give them something to talk about. Like, it's like, just say something. Say hello. How about this? Say, hey, fool, you wasted $149 on a second monitor so that I could say, your shit sucks. And I'd be like, alright, well, I'm glad I could help out. You know, some level of affirmation. By the way, for a completely homogeneous, without a master plan layout of a base, this thing really feels cool to run around. I mean, we got those giant wind farm towers. We got the blinking, rotating lights in the background. You know, I mean, we got a drill that's going a kilometer into the ground. And then we've got a fun tunnel going in the opposite direction for no purpose. Alright, let me see if I can fix this side to be the same. I figured the landing gear top is a great place to put the navigation lights. That's why I left it flat. So now when this thing... Oh my god! Are the welders on? Because I just died just getting anywhere. They have to be on. There's just...
No, they're not on. I think you just ran into them fast enough that you died.
I'm...
Unless the indicator isn't working on them, which I suppose is possible.
No. The store papa, you're gonna die if you bump into these things again. Indicator's certainly on. Yeah, it's like, how hard you gotta slam into these things to die? I don't know. I've done it twice today. Whatever that speed is. All right. We need another light out here. Can we afford another light?
That way I'll pick up some hydrogen and then I'll go check the batteries.
Six. How tall are these lights? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're up here at 9. 6, 7. I think that's the same height.
Well, our stored power is at about the same number as it was the last time I checked.
Okay.
We have one red light on every battery. What are we running that's eating up so much power?
Well, those 1 megawatt spotlights. I think they run a megawatt. I'm not sure.
Well, wait a minute. Winter, okay. it's dark out, so the solars aren't bringing in anything, but the turbines are bringing in 9.6
Uh-huh.
megawatts.
Uh-huh.
Output is... Okay, that's just what's coming in. That's not the power users, correct?
Okay, which way should these lights go? They should rotate this way, left or right. They should rotate up and down so you can light up the field. I love how it does that. You're working on the hinge, you just start with it. You put a weight on the end and it immediately just falls off like, I'm tired.
I'm done, sorry. Goodbye.
That's not. You stealing on me? No, just interiors and comps. Okay, this block is called a light armor corner 211. What's this thing called again? It's called the 211 base. That's the part I was missing. I forgot to listen to, what was that girl's name? My mama told me. Megan Trainer. Is that it? Megan Trainer? Is that her name?
No.
The ones tell me all about the base.
Oh, yeah, that's Megan Trainer. I'm all about that base. That's Megan Trainer.
Here we go. Corner 211 base. Okay.
Okay, I'm looking for Path Auto Miner 1, right?
What's that mean?
For the PAM system.
Uh-huh. What are you looking for? Which version of it to put in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Path Autominer.
Well, there's a one after it, so I'm assuming it's the only one.
No, there's two of them. One is a management script for when you have multiple ships in a like a complicated congested area. That's not the one.
Well, there's PAM FR, PAM ELA.
Oh, those are language versions.
Local area.
Yeah, that's the one you don't want. That's the one that handles heavy traffic.
Okay.
Like if you're building a carrier and you want a lot of ships to move in and out.
Okay.
Okay, from the back row, 4 blocks. Okay, we'll put the landing gear here. And then we remember it's dark down here, and I was building a goddamn spotlight, and I go back up to the spotlight that I forgot to work on. Because I'm an idiot and got distracted. Yeah, I'm standing here going, this is awfully dark in here. And I'm looking over, and it's like, there's the spotlight I was supposed to be working on.
Okay. So I've down subscribed to the Path Autominer.
Mm-hmm.
To put it into the block, I copy it to the editor.
And it double click it and it loads it into the thing. And then you do check code.
Open in Workshop. This took me to the Steam Workshop.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you already have it, then you just copy the editor. Yeah, sorry.
Click check code and then OK.
And then, yeah, and then run it. But I would wait to run it until the cockpit has the tag in it and you have a screen. Because this way it'll come right up and do its error checking.
Okay.
You don't have to recompile it. But you can always hit recompile later. It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've got no Greek sandwiches. Gyros are missing.
Yep. Unless you're a fan of Bob's Burgers. Because he's the official spokesperson for Arby's. Alright, let's get this thing.
Okay.
This thing is not moving. I wonder if it's stuck. Ah, damn it. Whoa, there's a lot of dogs over here.
Need to do a little population control. Thank you. I hear you doing it now.
That was 5 wolves. I just walked right into them.
Guns a-blazing.
No, I mean like I was hanging upside down trying to fix a thing that I screwed up.
Oh, and there's one trying to chew on you again.
Yeah, so that's 6 of them over here. So, did you see any of that Scotty back and forth on chat this morning?
You mean about the Etch-a-Sketch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, last night as they were sitting here, so I walked through what I did with the screen. And I wanted to, I said, I wanted to walk through how I had it set up just to see what his thoughts were on it. And when we were all done, they were, like, he asked me to, like, return a tool, it was an axe or something that I had used on a raid, which clearly I do not need. But I made it a point with, like, well, I got it. You issued it to me. I thought I was, you know, just dragging him on here. And, so when we were all done, I said, you know, like, all right, man, see you guys later. Have a good night. He was like, yeah, good riddance. So I popped back into the channel just long enough to hit enter on this. And then logged out.
So you basically ambushed him.
But the song, I mean, you know the song.
Yes, I do.
Alright. You know, it's for 2 years I've been leaving the light on waiting for you to come back because it's our fast song. And the funny thing is, I know that as soon as this started playing, Vikings started humming along too. Scotty probably wanted to kill it and couldn't because you know, plus they were in the middle of this trying to start a new day and a combat thing. So he would have had to have stepped what he would. But I love. I know at that point he had to kill it. Remembered this song until he heard this, and then it was good grief. I haven't heard this since I was in a car in the 70s. You know, like just. But yeah, it was just funny with his. However, it's a great song. You know, the idea that for 2 years I left the light on waiting for you. Ah, oh, what a love tragedy. And very poppy 1970s, you know. But probably not a good wedding song. Wait, this thing's not moving now.
What's that?
This rotor up here. It's not moving even before oh, because I didn't finish building it. That minor detail is probably influencing its operational parameters. Yeah. Got some parts over here on the floor. Anybody need them? Nah, just leave them there. That's
Yeah,
sort of. Somebody will come looking for them. They always pack extras. Oh, I need a computer. Ooh, it just made the woo-woo sound, so now I know it's working. Okay, braking torque, 30. Okay, take it on down. No, go much slower. And then realize that there's a huge overlap here. And it needs to be lower anyway. Okay. I can't imagine you've heard that song any time recently.
Okay, well, so I got it upside down and backwards.
It's funny how it tells you that, isn't it? Alright, landing gear goes out. 1. And the forward edge. Yeah, I would honestly say that I got... Oh, I thought there was, thought there was a lightning bolt right next to... That, the programming on that thing is what got me... Or building it and repairing it on all the times the ship crashed is what got me the most knowledge of how that thing works. Because, you know, you start to appreciate all the components and what they do. Okay. This is a half slope light armor block. And this is a inverse corner 2-on-1 tip. Inverse light armor. Light armor inverse corner 2-on-1 tip. So I need the light armor corner. Light armor corner.
Is there a way you can invert the display on an LCD, or do you have to just build it the right way?
No, you just go into the settings and invert the... Wait, how many blocks are there? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there is 4. This is called the half slope light armor and half slope inverse corner 2-on-1 tip. This is the half slope light armor block. Light armor corner 211 tip. Half slope light armor block. Light armor corner 211 tip.
Okay.
There we go. A little bit of flare, a little bit of sloping. It comes back to a triangle. Yep. Okay, we got landing gears. Telling you, man, this thing just screams limo for old people. Should put a sign on the front, Lincoln Town Car. Now with Corinthian leather.
That was a Dodge thing. Fine Corinthian leather.
You know, which isn't a thing. It's not a real thing. There's no such thing as Corinthian leather. It's like super leather. Hey, look, I can see you in there.
Hi. Let me turn my lights off so I'm not blinding them. Okay, alright.
See you in there perfectly clear. Alright. You think we got everything? Because I know some shit we're still missing.
We got no gyros.
Oh, you didn't put... Oh, alright. Do you want me to put them in underneath the wings back here?
Okay, we could put the gyros in here, just in the back corners of the cab. Like 2 of them, you think?
Yeah.
Alright. Or we could put them right at the front next to the remote control block.
Touch your toes again. How often is this thing coming up? Water check. Yeah, I got a drink. It's right here. You know, I'm the one that put this thing in here. I have no excuse not to be doing these. Besides, get the people on stream when I touch my toes. Be entertainment for everybody. If I had the webcam, especially if I had the dog webcam, you know, like the dog webcam would show me passed out on the floor.
You'd be licking your face.
People come by, leaving comments. Dude, I'm watching you play the game, but you're laying on the floor. What's the deal here? Then they leave. You know.
Never to return.
I know. Family comes home. They're like, how's your stream going? Dad died on a video stream.
And nobody called anybody.
Because the dog didn't know. I'd like to put another battery on there if I could. And then we got to find a place for an antenna and a beacon. You know, the antenna and the beacon can go on the sides above the landing gear. Or I could put them on the bottom, where every time it lands rough, it'll bang them apart. Get the parts for an antenna and a beacon. Because they at least look interesting. You know?
Mm-hmm. I really like that little antenna with the dish that they got for on the small grid ships like this.
I know it's cool, but they
That
don't.
that
They
big
don't.
one, the large grid one, is just too darn big. Sure, they don't think so, but I do.
You know, I actually don't like the large grid antenna because it's not complicated enough. You know, as a ham radio operator, Whiskey 1 Sierra Kilo Alpha, look me up. Um, you know, they don't give you like enough variety to be able to build your own antenna. You know, like if it was like antenna parts and to build something and
No, on a shuttle, I don't think you need the sensor block.
you do, it has to know how to get around. It actually needs 3 of them.
Not on a shuttle.
Yeah. Yeah, otherwise it'll,
And you only need one on a mining ship.
in the direction that it's mining minimum. But it tells you to put, wait, is a sensor?
Yeah.
Or we're talking cameras?
Not camera.
Wait, are we just guessing? We're going to try it and see if it crashes, or are
Okay.
we going to read the guide?
All right, I'm looking at the guide right now.
Oh, come on. We didn't vote on whether we were going to look at the guide first. I mean,
Okay,
do we
ship
s-
setup.
You're looking at
It
the
says
guide.
required blocks. Okay, it says remote control,
Uh-huh.
programmable block,
Mhm.
a connector, thrusters, gyroscopes, drills if you're going to use mining mode,
Mhm.
grinders if you're going to use grinding mode.
Mhm.
Optional blocks is an LCD,
Mhm.
a sensor,
Mhm.
and that's required in grinding mode. And then it says your docking station needs sorters with drain all settings able to drain or fill the ship.
So how many cameras do we need?
It says nothing about cameras in here.
But we need sensors.
Well, it says a sensor is required with grinding mode.
Wow. I'm going to go look at the other ship. I thought it needed... Well, here's the thing. If it's not there, the block will tell you it can't run unless it detects it.
Right.
So, how is it supposed to look if it doesn't have a sensor? Or a remote control block or a camera?
All it says is remote control block and sensor. If you're doing grinding mode, it doesn't say that you need I mean, I'm assuming you need a sensor for drill mode because you need to be able to show the sensor field range so that you can figure out, oh, okay, I'm going to be mining this area here.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I mean,
Did you put the gyros inside?
yes, I did.
Well, then I guess I'll go rebuild. I'll build the battery then, if we're that far along. I'd like to put another battery on if we could.
Yeah, well, let's see. Can we? You could attach another one directly below the one that we got now.
Can we? We'll have to do that after we take off.
No, it'd fit in there.
No, it'll attach to the merge block. That merge block's not part of. That's part of the base. Okay, there's the battery complete.
Well, because the other one, the other shuttle, is a bottom connector, right?
Yeah.
Or does it have both? Because they point in just about every direction but up on his ships, for God's sakes. Let me go over and look at the shuttle that we got now, because I mean we want to try and keep it consistent so that we don't have to have more than one connector on a base that we're going to.
Well, if I put a connector on here, it's bigger than the landing gears. So it would have to be on the back where the batteries are, underneath the batteries.
Not necessarily, because you could take and grind out the floor and put it Is your floor 1 block thick or 2 blocks thick?
No, it's just one.
block.
It's just one.
Well, you would be able to see it, and it would look cheesy inside the cockpit.
Yeah, we're
but
going for classy. We're gonna paint this floor wood.
But I mean, there is space behind the seats that if we wanted to put the connector embedded in the floor, we could.
Okay. Well, you know, here's something else we could do. We could take this 3-piece thing here and make it the connector.
Name, because I already did that.
Okay.
But it was showing offline or online before, and it was backwards. So I figure, okay, if you switch it 180 degrees, it should show it on the other side. Not doing that.
I'm not a fan of the transparent ones because it's harder for me to see. If you can make it work with a transparent one, then go for it. But that one has nothing behind it.
Okay.
So
Is there a 1x1 LCD that's not transparent?
this actually doesn't have Pam tagged in it. It just says transparent LCD 4. Let me change it.
Oh, the first one did. I had to grind it down because I tried to reposition it. Okay, there it is. And now let me see if...
Isn't it backwards?
I'm trying to fix that. You told me rotation does it, so if we go to 180, it should now be correct. But now it's not displaying anything.
Huh. Can I suggest replacing it?
Yeah, let me do that.
Brave man using that in the air. Holy cow. I like that you're looking at me like somehow we're communicating in this process.
That's why I'm using a level 0 grinder.
Oh, okay.
You know, because I can get real destructive with it.
Yeah, well, the worst part is sometimes when the grinder gets stuck when there's lag and you're like,
Yeah,
oh, no, back away.
that is a bitch. Okay, let me see.
It's actually called a text panel if you're looking for it, I believe.
I typed in LCD and it brought up a bunch, but let me try text panel.
Yeah, the smaller one's not called LCD, it's called text panel. You see who this spammer is?
Okay.
Hello?
Okay, which way did the arrows point?
Thank you for calling customer support. How may I help you?
Hi, so the message said that my 2-year subscription is about to expire.
Yes, sir, your subscription has been auto-renewed, so would you like to cancel that or would you like to renew the services?
Do you know every morning when your father shaves, he wants to slit his throat knowing what you do?
What?
Your father. He is so embarrassed by what you do that he wants to kill himself. You are a disgrace to your father. Well, after she yelled at me, what, the second time and hung up, that was... All right. You know, I feel no sympathy for them because of what they do. Have you ever seen any of these videos that people have, like, captured of the call centers where these people are operating?
Mm-hmm.
Like they are just sitting there cheering each other on as they steal people's information, financial records. I mean, they're just. It's sad because I've seen the people on the other end whose lives they ruin.
Oh. You know what? It may not work with a text panel.
It should.
But an LCD.
Hold on a second. What's happening? Let me check. What's the matter?
Okay, I got it tagged.
You got it tagged with curly cues, not with brackets.
What? Oh shit. No. Okay. Let me...
Sir, this is an X-rated channel. You're gonna have to dirty it up. You're.
Oh, you're right. Those are pieces, not brackets. All right.
See, I told you I learned more about this thing from repairing ships and then trying to build one. After I built a couple of these miners from scratch, that's why I don't mind using, Izzles. Oh, that's perfect. On his, because it's like, it's not, once you do this a couple times, it's like it's a no-brainer.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, you see the stuff we're arguing about. Wait, do we need 5 sensors or 3? That sort of stuff.
That is pretty nice and easy to see.
Does it say shuttle mode?
It says record path and set home, set up shuttle job.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me check from the back seat. All right, I'm looking in the back seat here. Driver, this is not the way to go, sir.
You're
all right.
supposed to tap me on the shoulder, and then over my hand, you use your wrist and go ahead, take off. Let's go.
Yeah, I believe it works. That works pretty good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at where it put me when I came out of the seat.
What are you doing out there?
That's where it put me when I got out. Let me try it again. Hold on. This is hysterical. And my jetpack just took some damage.
Dropped like a rock.
I know. Oh my God. That's the funniest part of this whole thing. Besides the rip-off of the Millennium Falcon. All right. Driver. Okay, I'm inside now.
All right.
Let's try this one. Sir, let me off here.
Are you supposed to pull the hand or the little
those,
thing?
Those two are in the back are annoying. Pull my finger. Okay, all the seats appear to work.
Okay. All right. So I think we have all of the parts we need for the PAM system. We have the control remote or the programmable block, a sensor, which I don't think you need in the shuttle, or at least it doesn't say that you do in the shuttle. How come you keep disappearing?
Because I'm testing all the seats.
Oh, okay. All
I'm
right.
testing them crouched and not crouched to see how they look.
Okay.
You know what this thing needs? It needs a mini bar.
Mini bar.
Do you notice if you come up here, you can get stuck?
Really?
Yeah, you have to crouch down to get out.
Okay.
It's not if you're tall. Those short people, they don't have a problem. I don't want to brag. Granted, this is boxy as hell, but I mean, this is way cooler than that sitting over the seat on the outside. Where the hell is Scotty? Like, Scotty, come see the shit that we built when you're not using it.
Okay. How's our battery doing? This way. It says stored power is at 0%. Huh? This thing should have been charging.
Does it say it's charging? It says it's on auto.
It's at red lights.
It says it's getting no juice.
Yeah, it says that, doesn't it? Well, it could be that we're having the
What?
Hey.
He heard us talking about him.
No, I flagged him and said get on here. All right, come.
Your neck itching.
What are you up to? What are you up to, buddy? Here, look at this screen. Look at the shuttle we built here.
Okay, now that we've got. Okay,
Okay, I see a shuttle.
Okay, so this is the back end attached to the base. This is the inside.
It's the ugliest shuttle that looks like a blind man built it.
Here, does this remind you of anything? To remind you of not sitting in a chair on the outside like an animal. You know, we actually put a chair inside.
Chair on there.
Exterior jump seats.
Yeah, we put them on the inside, you know, like chairs.
Okay, I'm waiting for the point of the story to materialize.
We missed
Are
you and
you
wanted
going-
to chat with you.
Are you driving this thing? I want to see you take it up and die.
Well, it needs to charge up a little bit.
Oh, it's just
first.
atmospheric anyway, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
The other shuttle that actually does work is this one over here. But we had to do the chairs on the top nonsense. So that's the interiors. That was it. We missed you. How's your day going?
Oh, what's the purpose of this shuttle?
This goes from here to, is it SMEK? Who the hell is it?
ISEG is.
No,
SM
SMEX. Yeah, this one goes to SMEX and back.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to.
Mexican,
We're
is that
trying.
where the tacos are?
Really? You got to be space racist.
I don't know what SMAX means. Simtex?
Engineers.
Supreme
Excavator.
Yeah, Supreme Excavators. So
Wait, is that what you guys are calling yourself? That's your faction?
No.
The Supreme Excavators? Really?
no, the faction.
ASY.
Yeah, Alpha Shipyards.
Okay.
You know, Alpha 1 is the shipyards.
Yeah.
Have you not seen the base here lately?
Not lately.
So
I'm too busy being a Viking.
housing, the garage.
Yeah, I've seen this much.
Here's the shipyard. Let's see, that's the refineries.
Jesus. You make me nauseous here.
Here's the landing space for all the vehicles.
Oh, look. It looks like, what's that race cartoon? The Hanna-Barbera race cartoon. What was that?
Penelope Pit Stop.
The Wacky
Yeah,
Racers.
yeah. What was that called, though? That had a
Wacky
name.
Racers. Wacky Racers.
Wacky Racers. That's exactly what it was. That's what it looks like right there.
So then we did this last night. Drive on over repair area.
Okay.
Cool.
And then I'm thinking we'll put the repair pit here. Or the grinder pit. Because if you can't repair it, just kick it into the pit. We'll grind it up here.
Okay, what are you calling this thing?
Well, same thing we called the other one. We called it ISEG shuttle. So just call it SMEX shuttle.
All right, I can't change it again, so
All right.
even though I got a promotion, I still can't change it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're having some weird, whatever the module is that we're not running with the rights things in the factions.
Did you change it? Is it grayed out for you too, or?
I'm going to change it, but then we'll...
Yeah, it'll probably change itself back 3 times before we get done with it, but
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So we'll test it once we're in the air. So what's going on in your world there, Scotty?
Not much.
Thought you were working today.
I am doing a lot of remote stuff. Paperwork. It's cool. But
By the way, Etch-a-Sketch does not have any hyphens in its name.
okay, don't care.
Well, I mean, you chimed in on the debate, so...
Did you know what we were talking about? Is Etch-a-Sketch Wizard with a hyphen? It's 2 different things.
No, Etch-a-Sketch does not have a hyphen in its name. Earlier today, just... You know. Let's see, how far can I go with this? I got a full tank. Well, that's it. What's going on in Valheim?
I just tamed a wolf.
Are you trying to tame 50 wolves to go kill the boss?
I just want to tame one for now.
And apparently you're
I
having
think I tried to.
pig babies.
Mikey managed to get some 2-star boars tamed and bred.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's
Well, we definitely got to up our power production more again.
Mm-hmm. What the? I mean, we've got 4 megawatts going up to the top of the tower for the lights.
Yeah, plus the... are we sure they're pulling a megawatt each? Let me check them. I'm up here right now. Okay, this one's pulling... Yeah, these spotlights are definitely pulling a lot of power. So there's that.
Okay, but what else have we got going? I mean, the drills.
No, it's all the modules on the...
Oh yeah, on the refineries and on the.
And on the assemblers.
Okay.
And again, we're stockpiling a huge ton of materials. It's...
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you about the solar panel thing. Can you run multiple solar panels with one programmable block, or do they each need their own?
No, it'll run anyone on the base, all of them independent. So, I mean, we can make this tower bigger. We can make 2 more towers.
Okay. And it will run all of them as long as the rotors on the towers are tagged with the right thing.
In the group, yeah.
Okay.
So all the you put them all in the group, and it checks each panel, and it builds itself a map of what is, that tower, and based upon that, it does its math, makes its movements.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, and the thing is, though, that generally the only time we run into problems with the wind turbines is when we have the fog roll in. Better get that.
Yep. He just slammed his head into the wall, running upstairs. Did you hear that?
I did. I heard something. Didn't sound good.
That was his head.
Dogs are entertaining. They really are.
Okay. Concussion for a pizza. Ah. Huh. Can't find the button. Oh, here it is. Couldn't find the button on this beacon. Got a glamour grinder.
Well. Well, well.
Yeah. Wait till I show it to the girls back at the mining operation. I'll finally fit in. Because they're all glamour girls. Scotty, what'd you think of that goodnight song I gave you?
Of the what?
What did you think of that goodnight song I left for you?
I booted rhythm 2 seconds after you left.
Dude, that's a classic song. Why would you kick that out?
We were busy doing something else.
Touch your toes, check. Can you touch your toes?
Yeah.
Well, now's the time to do it.
Why is that?
It's part of the stream. I got this timer for, so you're not sitting here on your computer gaming all the time without doing any physical activity. It has you on this random timer. It's fixed with a very small interval to it, but you're supposed to stand up and touch your toes. Yeah.
Exit times. You're looking at one big room here. This is where, according to our witnesses, given sworn affidavits, this is where the absentee ballots and military ballots are being tabulated on election day. So we have the tape from first thing in the morning all the way past the close of the polls. What we have is essentially two Republican field organizers who were sitting there to be observers.
What are you
At no
listening to?
time are permitted to observe in a meaningful way. I'm sorry, I have a voice issue today. They are roped off with the press on the side.
Are you listening to somebody complaining about election workers?
Yeah. Muting it, sorry.
They're complaining about election workers who aren't full-time professionals, but it's that way all the time, all across the country. Why is it only a problem now? If you start with just that premise.
That's not what it is. It's something else.
Oh, what is this one complaining about?
This was the Senate election hearing about videos that supposedly showed all the magical votes showing.
Uh-oh.
I know, restart.
Restart time.
So what do you want to do? You want to extend that array, or do you want to build another one, just different spot, or?
Why not do both? We need the power, so let's make the one we got bigger and build another one somewhere
Hey,
else.
hey, the next time you see the game start, I just noticed something. Right after the girl reveals her mask, there's a scene where someone walks inside. And when they walk inside, there's an LCD panel above a door over to the top, like to the 10, 11 o'clock position. And it's got something written on it. I swear, every time I watch this, I see something different. I've watched the video of the guy making it. He put a lot of effort into these cutscenes. And the two guys that did all the vehicles and the bases, they released all their stuff from the workshop. You know, they did a whole documentary on how they used the game recorder tools
Yeah.
to record all the different action and stuff. See, and this is my thing with this game. If there was a way, like there's that, what is that thing with the G, is it with GeForce or Asus where they've got a, like you could buy the game and play it on their server?
Don't know.
All right, I'm back in. Let me see if I got it on my inventory. All right, I got my inventory, pretty sure. Yep, got all my stuff. Another crank call. Let's see, I need some. Yeah, if we had double floors, I could put spotlights under here. Instead, they gotta stick out on the side a little bit. Hey, you don't. If you get a chance, you want to add these lights to the groups? Oh my god, I just backed myself into those drill wells again. How many times?
Don't do that.
I know, I know.
Or let's go with this one. Stop doing that. How many lights? Are they all interior lights? Are they?
No, there's two spotlights in the front that need to be in their own group. And then there's 3 running lights. They're all rotors. So that'll make it easier to configure them. Just if you put them in their own group and just, so you got spotlights and running lights.
Okay, so why do we need to put the spotlights into their own group?
So you can turn them on and off because they'll suck up a lot of power.
You just use the L button.
The what?
The L button. L as in Larry. Here, are you in front of the ship?
Hold on 2 seconds. Let me.
Don't run into the drill wall.
Okay, I'm in front of the ship.
All right. Are they on?
Yeah.
Are they off?
Yeah.
Are they back on?
Yeah.
And they're off.
But
That's
you've turned
just-
everything on and off.
The oh, okay. So we can put the. I'd prefer to keep the headlights on the L button because that's what I'm used to. I mean, if that's not.
Yeah,
what
no,
you-
not a problem. I'm just saying, if you put them in their own group, you can enable or disable the spot. You don't need them. Because they do suck up some juice. Even on this one, they burn up 200 watts.
Yeah, we can just do that, and that disables them. I'll put the rotating disco lights into their own group and put them on the button.
Yeah,
bar.
just label it running light. And then you've got 2 landing gears. Did we decide, are we going to replace this bridge once the batteries charge up? Okay, you got 15% battery.
Okay.
I can go build a connector over there and we can get you on a connector over here.
All right, let's do that then. Those are called rotating lights.
Yeah, I always just strip everything out, just call them light, and then whatever they go to. But this is the style thing. You know, it's whatever you, whatever you're comfortable with.
And you said you put 3 of them on here?
Yeah.
Or 4. Okay.
No, there's 2, one on each side, port and starboard, and then
Okay.
there's a white one on the back.
Okay.
Is this enough room to park? I don't know if I'm giving you. Oh no, this can't be enough room to park. How many large blocks long is that thing? What the hell?
It looks like it's 5 small grid blocks equals 1 large grid block. So it's 25 small grid blocks long, so it's about 5 large grid blocks long.
Okay.
If the math is correct, and if I counted properly.
Well, I got a temporary parking spot for you until we can.
Okay. Okay, is it ready? I'm gonna come over.
Oh, it's ready.
Okay.
Check the name while you're in the air, though.
Okay.
How's it flying? Are you able to lift off?
Yeah, it's free floating right now. Okay, the name is SMEX Shuttle, so
Okay.
it's still good.
All right, so we can give it the blueprints when we get here. Oh my God, guess what I just found here on the deck?
What?
Laying here underneath the ISEG shuttle. An elite welder.
Cool. That's a good thing to find.
Yeah, I know, considering that we've...
Lost so many of them.
Yeah, I'm going to go throw it in the box to make sure. Do you have yours back?
An elite welder? No.
All right, well then I'll give you this when you land. All right, let's see how it looks flying. Yeah, it definitely looks Lincoln Town Car-ish. Looks like we could bolt something and put it in the middle. You trying to come to the connector, or you just want to land on the gears?
I'm coming to the connector. I just wanted to make sure that I had enough room.
I don't think this connector is going to be high enough. Yeah, you got to go forward more and come to the right quite a bit. We need to put a backing camera on there. Hold it. Go more to the right. You got to go a lot more to the right. The connector is directly behind you. So.
Well, I'm at an angle. Oh yeah, okay, I see it. I'm overhead. I can see it better.
All right, you're lined up.
All right. How am I for? Let me switch around. There we go. Come on down.
You can come up some. Yeah, you're right at there. You're right there. It should grab you in a second. There you go. And your wheels are off the ground. And we can put a put the connector in here.
Set up the connector. G. All blacks. Where's all my blacks? Why didn't it black? Oh, there it goes. So.
Okay, you want to try taking it over to the other one? See if we can... Yeah, that shouldn't interfere at all, because it's... all we're doing is we're just at the level of the... Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just getting out of here for a second. Okay, take it to the to the connector that's right there. Okay.
You know, if we don't need that sensor, we can just open the door.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, where's the other connector?
It's over here, next to the tower.
Oh, the one that's already there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Or I can change this back down.
That's fine. It's I think it's okay right where it is.
Well, it's not like we're not going to need it for later. Okay, you're unlocked.
Yep. Change views.
This rotary camera says it's complete. Light says it's complete, but it's not.
There. Why did it do that? Oh, it keeps jumping back to the connector. I must be desynced.
Well, something's desynced because there's a light on here that's.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that look like they appear to be ghost lights when I pull away from the connector. So let me.
There it is. It's finally lighting up now. Oh wow, they all ghosted out. That whole ship is desynced. Or it's me.
Well, I'm
But-
going to do an F5, so.
Well, I'm already doing one myself because
Okay.
I'd like to get this at least started, and then we're gonna go start movie night soon.
Okay. Good coffee.
All right. Okay. This rotor light is here, but it's not rotoring. This rotor light. Oh, you must have them off. Oh, you know what? That's what might have been the desync issue. You had the navigation lights off, and I went and rebuilt one. So you might have to add that back one to the group and put them back into...
Get back in game.
All right.
Okay, we're at 0% charge on the batteries in that little bit of time that we're gone.
All right, so are these movies free on Prime? Are you still desynced?
No, I'm back in the cockpit, but we're at 0% charge on the batteries.
All right, can you turn the running lights back on so we can get them in?
Hang on.
Yeah. Well, you just have to add the back one to the group. Because I ground, I ground the back one down thinking it was broke.
How's that?
Let me see what the back one looks like. All right, and can you turn them off now so we see they're all together? All right, they're all together. Cool. We'll test the spotlights. Since we're...
Okay, hold on. Let me,
Awesome. Dude, we have a thing. It's not pretty, it's not gorgeous. It's a thing though. All right, do you want me to add more batteries or what?
well, we need to work on base charging first before we...
Well,
Well,
yeah.
this ship is definitely going to need more than just one battery. So yeah, if you can add another one on there, that would be great.
Well, I could also put the small ones on the sides of it. If there's a benefit to the small ones versus the big one.
I
the medium
don't
one.
know what the difference is between the one that we got on there and the small ones. I think
Well, this
The
one
one-
says power input 4 megawatts.
storage 1 megawatt, right?
Yes, and the smaller ones
Or like
are
100
50 kilowatts.
Oh, 50 kilowatts.
Yes.
Yeah, I was giving them 3 times the credit.
So 9 of those would be 450 kilowatts. The big one is 1 megawatt. So, oh wait, no, the big one is. These things are 2 by 3.
Correct. There's
So,
6 there- yeah,
so that's 12 of them.
right.
Okay.
So the little ones are a better bargain, aren't they?
Well, I mean, you'd have to check the materials to make them, but.
I mean, power-wise, I'm not talking. How
No,
much-
because you're only getting. No, because you only get 540 kilowatts.
Mhm.
The bigger ones are better for the storage capacity because if you're getting 40 kilowatts each and you put 12 of them in, that's 540. You put one of these in, you get a megawatt of storage.
All right.
So-
So what we're talking is 18 small batteries, which are 1 by 1,
Mhm.
compared to
One,
large one,
yeah, which is 12. 12.
18. 3 by 3 by 2 is 9 by 2. 9 by 2.
Are these 3 by 3? Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, they are. Wait, hold on. 18?
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's 810. You still get more out of the big one.
What do you mean?
Okay.
3 by 3 by 2 is 18 total blocks.
Times 45 kilowatts is 810 kilowatts.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's what we'd get if we put 18 of the small batteries on. The
Yeah.
bigger one, still the better power value.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can get the next set on. Okay.
Well, we're starting movie night, so I will catch you a little later.
Okay.
Thank you for all your time
I
today.
need-
I appreciate it. I think we made a horribly ugly ship. That is not a glamorous looking vessel.
No, but it's something that we built, so
You know, if we just paint a stripe down the side of it, that'll make it all the better.
that will help.
That it will help. It'll solve all the problems.
Mm-hmm.